James. We're back. We're live. Here we go again. I'm Kevin Blue.
I'm Darren Blue. We are the Blues Brothers. And this is the incredible Ashley McBryde. Hey.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for giving me a reason to wash my hair.
Funny you say that. This is only the second time I've put anything in my hair over the past month because I just needed to feel like a normal person again. And
yeah, putting makeup on, I was like...
It's a game changer. It's a game changer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so where are you joining us from?
I'm in my living room in East Nashville. And my dog may pop in and out of the frame. He's been pretty famous lately on Facebook and Instagram.
Hopefully he pops in and out. Let's see.
Yeah, we got somebody over here that wanted to say hi to you.
Because you know he's my favorite boy. Sorry, Opie.
And man, you've known this guy since he was just a pup.
Since he was little bitty. Oh, he's fabulous.
Oh my goodness.
He gives the best kisses.
He's a big boy. He's gonna get some treats for this, for sure.
He's so chill.
We'll work for food.
We'll work for food, for sure.
Don't we all? So yeah, well, thank you for joining us. We're super excited, and you have a new album coming out tomorrow, which is going to be awesome. I can't wait.
I'm very excited about it.
How long has this album been in the works for?
We cut this record last June.
Holy smokes.
So we've been sitting on it this whole time, which, I mean, you know, it takes a while. It takes a long time to decide on the track listing and decide on the art for it, because the art for it's going to take long all on its own. But also that's going to depend on what the title of the record is, and when that changes like 5 or 6 times during the process.
Well, we're super excited. We've been a huge fan of yours ever since, actually. I think the first video we shared was the one that was with Eric Church.
Bible and a 44 live.
Yeah.
Crushed it.
And and we were like, wow, she is incredible. So you know, we're huge fans of yours, and we appreciate you coming on here, and we're just excited to have you play a couple songs for people tonight.
I'm excited too, and it keeps me entertained to be able to entertain others.
Yeah, what have you been doing during quarantine? How do you stay busy?
I would love to tell you that I like learned to draw, or I've suddenly taken up sewing. No, I've just been grilling. I've been making food and watching Netflix.
Are you a Tiger King person too?
I am now.
I hate to give it more attention than it's already received, but hey, it's is it living up to the hype? We haven't jumped on the train yet.
Oh yeah, you're so missing out. Just buckle up, Buttercup, because you can actually try to keep a tally of how many times each of you goes, "What?"
Is that a drinking game? Because if it is, I'm in.
You wouldn't make it past the second episode if you drink every time you say what? And then it just gets weirder and weirder. You're like, surely, as weird as this is, I feel bad for watching it. You know, it's like a train wreck. You can't look away. And then it gets weirder. And you're like, why am I still watching this show?
I hear he plays some pretty good music in that
yeah, I don't
series.
ever have to I never have to make another music video again, because Joe Exotic has taken care of that role for all of us. We've been waiting for a Jesus Christ of country music, and we may have found at least an apostle in Joe Exotic.
Wow.
Well, you want to kick us off with the tune here?
Yeah, let's do a tune. Yeah, that worked. About 15, gray sweatpants, the edge of the road, another flag. Beat up the mailbox, barely hanging on. single wife that's home. And I know too well that look in her eyes. Yeah, I've been right there at the end of that drive. Hang in there, girl. Hang in there, girl. There goes the dog. Hang in there, girl. It's gonna be alright. Tangled up in small town weeds, dreaming of the gang league, and all the places you won't be. I know. Set the wheels and set the keys. You can almost feel that summer breeze. Check the oil and the antifreeze. Oh, when that moment comes, buckle up and hold on tight. Yeah, I've been right there at the end of that drive. Hang in there, girl. Hang in there, girl. Hang in there, girl. You're gonna be alright. Trust me when I say you're doing fine. You know, growing up takes a little time. Hang in there, girl. Hang in there, girl. Hang in there, girl. You're gonna be alright. Hang in there, girl. Hang in there, girl. Hang in there, girl. You're gonna be alright. Alright.
Yeah.
I have a little lovely tree rodent that runs right along this fence because I don't have any curtains in my house yet because I haven't lived here very long. Nor do I have any art on the walls apart from Jack Daniels. And there's this squirrel that runs across my fence, and I call him "Hang in there, squirrel."
That's a great name.
If
That
you
was
were
the
a
inspiration
character
for
in
the
the movie,
song.
he would have like a wooden leg and like an eye patch over one eye because his tail is like missing parts of it.
Well,
Like, yeah,
you know,
hang in there, squirrel.
I feel like everyone's hanging in there right now, especially the squirrels, you know.
I saw you
It's
had a
crazy.
dog running around in there. Is that right?
Yeah, he was. He just walked past. I don't know if he was like, oh, if I hear that song again. Yeah, he's in the floor over here just
What kind of dog do you have? If he
He's a
comes
golden-
running by, you grab him.
His name is Optimus Prime, but we call him Opie. Hey, come here, come here.
Yeah.
That's
He may
great.
not listen because right now he's like, excuse me, I'm sleeping. You want your toy? Nope. Getting side eye. Whoa.
He'll,
It is time to wash the dog toys.
yeah,
Yankee
Bowser
does
could
not make
probably
that
use a bath
appearance.
as well. So what do you do to stay busy during quarantine? Are you cooking as well?
I've been grilling a whole bunch, learning how to use a Traeger grill, a wood pellet grill. I've never used one.
I saw that.
And I have not cooked on my stove since I got the grill. Because you can do anything on this grill. I'm gonna to celebrate the record release, I'm gonna make a cake on the grill.
What flavor?
Probably smoke.
I was gonna say velvet red.
Oh, I should do a velvet red cake. That's so much better than
You
I'm just gonna be like,
absolutely
"Let's
should
play
do a
yellow
velvet
cake."
red cake.
That would be great. You're right. I should do that.
I almost thought we should be drinking red wine tonight. Velvet red.
So our mom, when we were little, she used to reuse the sandwich bags that we would use for the freezer for the chicken and stuff, and then we would get our lunches packed going to school. And I've never in my life had chocolate chip cookies that tasted like chicken until
Love you,
they've
Mom.
been marinating in one of those
You know what else
bags
was fun growing up?
all
It's
day.
like there would be like a butter container, like Country Crock or Parquet or something, and you'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna get some butter out," and you'd open it up, and it's like
Yeah.
14-month-old purple hull peas.
Yeah.
That feeling when you were like, "No, not the same
No.
material."
Hey, that Country Crock comes in great Tupperware, you know.
It does. It does become great Tupperware.
Got a question for you. What's like, you know, being quarantined, I think brings a lot of perspective to a lot of things, but like what's one thing that you miss other than the obvious of touring and being out and playing for people in person, but like, is there anything small that you're like, man, I can't wait to go do that or go see this person or anything like
that? It could
that?
sound lame, I guess. I really miss hugging my bandmates because we are super huggers. The other thing is, have you ever had the honey mustard at Losers?
I don't know.
Deprived.
You're like
I don't
all
know.
the things you get at Losers.
I'm usually trying to just pull the nose of the plane up so I get a daddy's dog.
Yeah, the chicken strips and the honey mustard from Losers. I really do miss it.
Really? All right.
It'd
I
be
wonder
great. I mean, I
Where are they
might
cooking?
be willing to go get some, but it's just not worth risking your life. It's not worth risking somebody else getting sick.
No.
I've
Not at
also
all.
been eating like a 9-year-old quite a bit since we had to self isolate. Like I made a grilled cheese and some tomato soup, and I drank chocolate milk with it.
That's great.
What goes into
Awesome.
what goes into your mama's cheese sauce recipe? What makes it mama's?
It is. I don't know where she got it. Probably the back of a box of Velveeta. And if that's not true, my phone's gonna go off any second, and she's like, so it's 2 cups of flour, 2 cups of half and half, 3 cups of Velveeta cheese, all cubed up. Basically, a half a stick of butter, a little paprika, a little bit of salt, pepper to taste. Heat it up in the microwave. 1 minute, stir it. 1 minute, stir it. After about 5 of those, you have something you can either hang wallpaper with, or you will discover goes on anything. It makes every situation better. I made a burger, had some riced vegetables and some broccoli. No, I had a plate of cheese sauce. It's like you can make like little sandcastle shapes out of your food and shit. You're just like, this is so good.
That's cool. Yeah.
That's one of those keto recipes, right?
Yeah, keto.
Yeah. Very keto friendly.
Yes.
Well, it's always good when you can sculpt it.
Yeah, and plus I've been eating, like I said, there was vegetables and stuff, so I've been eating really well because I can't afford new pants if I get any bigger. So, and then today I was just like, screw it, cheese sauce.
So tomorrow you got the new album coming out, which is a very big deal and has been long awaited, and I know a lot of people are very excited. What are you most excited about with the songs that you have on there? In fact, you actually recorded a couple of them in our acoustic sessions here at the Fireside Sessions, and we're going to be releasing one of those next week, next Thursday.
That was so much fun, and that fire was so huge.
It's pretty badass.
You know,
That was like
there's a photo in the insert. When you get, I'm assuming it's in the disc version too, but I know it's in the vinyl. And of course, there's like a big giant photo of me. Look at me in a snake jacket, gosh. But there's this photo at the bottom of the band and I. And I always want the band pictured and with me as much as possible. But this moment was so cool because when we made this record, we would do a song like 3 times, and then we'd move on and do another song, and then move on and do another song. And we never went back and listened. We didn't want to overthink anything. So we just did what we were going to do. And then at the end of the record, Jay said, let's listen to it and see if there's anything glaringly wrong that we need to recut. But let's listen. And this moment, you can see us all. It's not a very flattering angle really except the guys have beards, so it doesn't matter. But I'm like looking way down because we have our listening faces on. And it's the first time we've heard what we created. And Katie Kessel captured that photo and we added it to the record. So I'm really excited for everybody to be able to have a visual representation of what we look and feel like when we heard the record for the first time.
Nice.
That's awesome. How long have you been playing with most of your bandmates?
Quinn Hill on drums is now 27, and I've had him since he was 19.
Wow.
I say had him like he's a pet, but I've been writing songs with Chris Harris for 8 years. He's on mandolin and acoustic guitar, and he's been in the band since the first record. Christian Sancho, this is his 3rd or 4th year with me playing bass, and this is Matt Helmkamp's 2nd year on the guitar, and he's amazing. My guys are amazing.
And they all have incredible beards.
Duet?
They all have incredible beards.
And you know what? That is, people ask me, is that something that I did not make anybody grow a beard? It's not a prerequisite. Your pay is not docked if you shave yours. But it all started with Quinn Hill, and he's had a beard since he was like 4 years old, and it's the big kind you can like hide. It's really well taken care of. Their beard hair is better taken care of than my hair. Especially my extensions, because we find those in such weird places. But Quinn had this big majestic beard, and then everybody started growing beards.
What's one of their favorite songs to play?
Quinn likes anything that begins with the drums.
Okay.
So Martha Divine, I would say that's probably his favorite song.
Nice. Well, we should throw some have some people throw some requests. If you know the songs from the new album, throw some requests in the comments here. But
I was gonna say too, it's one of the things that has always stood out to us is like your show is so dynamic live, and if somebody hasn't seen you live, they absolutely need to, and it's just a whole different experience than acoustic. But part of what we love about your music is like it sounds incredible, both formats, but also completely different. Like and you incorporate both elements. It's kind of almost like a rock show and then part acoustic at the same time. Oh.
Hey, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
Sorry, Bowser.
Let's get them all. Oh. Here. Little bribery.
Yeah,
Little bribery goes a long way.
it works.
Come here, Bubba.
We got. Let's see. You Rock Girl Love One Night Standards, Little Dive Bar, Martha Divine.
Hey.
Redemption or Southern Babylon.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Shout out to Bowser.
Shut up. Think about Bowser. If he gets too excited,
Stone.
you just
Shut
turn,
up, Sheila.
You just turn him on his back, and he falls asleep like a shark.
I'm kind of a little bit with
Eventually.
Jennifer, and she said whatever she feels like playing, love it all. Sparrow.
Oh, thank you. I haven't heard that in a really long time. I used to ask me, Mars, what's your favorite song? And I say, I don't have a favorite song, honey. I get paid to sing. Your favorite song is my favorite song. Yeah, let's this single, One Night Standards, we're having more chart success than we've ever had before. Now he's bringing me the toy. And I think we broke the top 30 this week, and that's never happened. So I know for
Yay.
11 number ones, and it doesn't
Can we
matter.
cheers that?
Yeah,
Yes,
cheers
we
to
can.
Top
that.
30?
Cheers.
Anyone else out there having a beverage with us?
All right.
I ain't gonna stay for the weekend. I ain't gonna jump off the deep end. I ain't gonna ask where your ring is. Thing is, we all got secrets. You don't wanna hear about my last breakup. I don't wanna worry about space you take up. I don't even care if you're here when I wake up. It's just a room key. You ain't gotta lie to me. You should just use me. I got news in you. Now it goes, this bar closes. No king bed covered in roses. Just a room. Never you. So I don't wanna know who you ain't gonna Yeah, it's just a routine. You ain't gotta lie to me. Can't you just use me like I'm using you? How it goes is bar closes, Snow King bed covered in roses. Just a room without you. I don't wanna know you ain't gonna answer. Let's just stick to the one night standards. Ooh. How it goes is bar closes, Snow King bed covered in roses. Just a room. He's showing his butt without you. No, I don't give a damn about the morning after your bottles on the floor. It don't even matter. I don't want a number you ain't gonna answer. Let's just stick to the one night standards. One night standards. One night standards. And now the squeaky portion of
Hey.
Come here, come say hi to
Nothing
Ashley.
wrong with the little dog butt, and also that I hope that song goes to #1. I really think
Thank
it
you.
deserves to be a #1.
Come on. Come say hi. You come say hi to Bowser right now.
Say hi to Bowser, bud.
Come on.
Look, even dogs deserve to FaceTime in quarantine, you know.
Absolutely. And he's,
If you haven't, a matter of fact, if you're a pet owner and you haven't set up at least 3 FaceTimes for your dog during this quarantine.
he steals the show just by walking into the frame.
So one of the songs that I'm really excited about on this album, we've been talking about mamas and, you know, cookies that taste like chicken and cheese sauce and whatnot. One of the things that you shared with us when you were out here at the Rebel Ranch was a song that you said you finally used your mom's name in a song. Can you tell us a story about that?
Yes.
Yeah. So I get a phone call. I send this song. I think it's a cool song when I write it. And a lot of cool things happened. We wrote it in the basement of a church. I just met Jeremy Spillman. It was our first time to write together. And he got dark with me right away and wasn't afraid of it. So I was very excited. So I sent the song to Mom. And she said, you finally used my name in a song. Because my mother has a beautiful first name. Her first name is Martha. And she said, but the song is about a whore that you kill. And I said, it doesn't say I killed her. It says, basically, officer, the last time I saw her, she was still alive. So yeah, Martha Devine. And my mom's name is Martha Wilkins. But yes, that was very funny. And she was just like, you finally used my name, and it's for this. But who doesn't want to see that person, right? That Jezebel, that Jolene, that you want to see her get what's coming to her. And in this case, what's coming to her is a shovel across the head.
Hey, I watch a lot of Forensic Files and all that kind of stuff, and they say the last person to see them, it's usually the person's highly suspect. Highly suspect.
So does your mama like the song?
Yeah.
She does, especially when I explained it as, you know, everybody's been cheated on, right? And my mother is no exception here. And that's where the perspective came from. That's why I wrote the song from the perspective of the daughter of the cheating husband. And I was like, come on, you wanted to see those girls fall down some stairs. You know you did. She's like, yeah, but you know, that's unchristian. So she doesn't talk about things like that very often.
So were you raised in the church, or how'd they bring you up?
I was raised in the Church of Christ.
Okay.
So everybody says, y'all don't have no music in Church Christ. That's not true. We have music, we just don't have instruments.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really strict. My dad was a preacher for the earlier part of my life. And he was kind of the guy you would call in to do what you would call a revival, but they just call them meetings. And you know, I'm proud of the way I was brought up. I'm a big fan of harmony and everything because I grew up singing that way. But it was a weird way to grow up. I didn't think it was weird till I grew up. And then I looked back and I was like, well, that's backwards as hell.
I think a lot of people feel that way. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in the Ozark Mountains in northern Arkansas. So if you've seen the show Ozark at all, then you've seen
is that
at least the
related? Are those...
landscape and some of the characters that you would run across where I grew up.
And when did you first move to Nashville?
I first moved to Memphis when I left Arkansas. And then I moved to Nashville in 2006. I want to say it was 2006. I was 23.
Why Memphis? What was the draw on Memphis?
Where I was going to school in Jonesboro, most of the counties in Arkansas are dry. So finding a place to gig is really hard. And but it was only an hour and a half to Memphis from there.
Hey, Dana said she just paused Ozark to watch this.
Yeah, right, you did, Dana. But I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, sorry. So why Memphis?
Oh yeah, so but there were some really cool bars to play in Memphis, and there were really cool coffee shops that I could play in Memphis. So I wound up just moving over there because I was playing 5 nights a week, and it just started out with me. I had gone to see this girl play in a bar that I had heard was really good. And at this time I'm 19, and so I get up and I use the restroom, and the lady's on her little break or on her intermission, and I come back to the table. She's standing at the table, and I was a really, really shy kid, and so at 19 I'm still pretty reserved and shy, and I don't know haven't figured that out yet, to tell people that I play music and write songs and things. And she walks up to me with her guitar, and she said, "Your friends say you play music?" I said, "Yeah, I do." And she said, "Why don't you go open my set for me? And here's a tip: if you suck, they will eat you alive."
That's great.
It's a good thing you didn't
That's
suck.
great. Yeah.
That's what started.
Well, that's a pretty awesome story.
I love how chill Bowser is. He just doesn't care.
Yeah, I mean, as long as, like I said, as long as he's kind of like on his back, he'll just go into sleep mode.
Your dog has an energy saving setting. This is
It's like a laptop.
Yeah, and so he's pretty chill.
Well, are you open to doing something by request?
Yeah, sure.
Do we want to direct the folks out here in any particular direction? Are there any influences that come to mind for you that you got just all kinds of stuff in the bank, or can you play anything? I feel like you probably can play just about anything.
We would do a thing called Lady Jukebox, and my rule in the bar days is if I know it at all, I have to attempt it. But if I don't know it at all, sadly, I can't attempt it. So that got me doing like the Jackson 5 and Lady Gaga and all kinds of things where I would just be like, I mean, yeah, I do know that song. I guess I have to try it.
Nice.
All right. Well, that should be fun.
Let's see. Throw your requests in the comments here. If you guys are enjoying this video, please share it. That is also an amazing way to help spread the word.
Have you been doing your own live series as well, focused on like 90s and traditional country music?
Yeah, I've been doing stuff at 2:30 on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Okay.
And only one of those episodes that I do my own songs, and that was I needed to. It had to do with it being release week and all that stuff. But one day I only did like songwriter songs that people wouldn't. They'd be like, I didn't know that person wrote that song. And I think next week I'm gonna do children's songs because I know a lot. Like Disney stuff. Like I just like, man, you forget because when we're touring,
right?
We're only playing the same 15 songs a day. And so you forget that you love Jim Croce, and you forget that you love James Taylor, and you forget that you love Bonnie Tyler and Pat Benatar.
All great. Let us dive into some of these comments here.
We got a request for a Pam Tillis song. We got any Reba. Bible and a 44. Taylor, can you take that?
Yeah.
He's
all right. He's gonna have to get
rowdy.
There comes a point where you have to get ejected from the club.
Oh.
He's reached that point.
Yeah. Poor friend.
Out the back door.
Taylor's gonna pay him off with kibble. And
we could do
Bonnie Raitt, Winona. Oh, there's a couple people saying Bonnie Raitt, Patty Loveless. Anything by Dolly Parton?
Let's see. She's gonna...
If I can remember the bridges to that one Pam Tillis song. If not, I can fake it. Close enough for time to collect it. Love me getting lazy. You forgetting to give me sweet sugar words that I want to hear. You've been neglecting me. You know jealousy, it is bitter as a green spring berry. Just like fruit from a fickle vine, turn a sweet in the nick of time. Love, you only come alive when yours and me. It's a childish game. I gotta shake you up just to wake you up and make you love me. I shake the sugar tree till I feel your love falling all around me. You gotta tend to what you planted, and if you take my love for granted, baby, I'll shake the sugar tree. Oh. Another night when you're sleeping, I'm awake and I'm dreaming. Oh, honey, not the way that it used to be. A little time's gone by, and do you think that I'm pretend with the cooking and the paying of the rent? No, I gotta know is your love on spit. I shake the sugar tree till I feel your love falling all around me. You gotta tend to what you planted, and if you take my love for granted, baby, I'll shake the sugar tree. I got to raise some commotion before you show me some real emotion. I shake a sugar tree till I feel your love falling all around me. Oh, you got to tend to what you planted. If you take my love for granted, baby, I'll shake, shake, shake the sugar tree. Oh, you know I gotta shake the sugar tree till I feel your love falling all around me. You got to tend to what you planted, and if you take my love for granted, baby, I'll shake the sugar tree. Oh. That's how that one goes. Basically.
Yeah.
It's always fun to be in the middle of a song and then be like, that's the wrong key. But it's fine. It turns out fine. Like, close your eyes, you put even more emotion into it.
No,
Hey, it's
no one
been
out there.
nothing but
Yeah.
positive comments the entire time. So everybody's loving it, and you know, sounding great over
Yeah,
here.
they're all saying sweet and amazing things. So
Well, that's awful nice of them.
yeah, everybody's being good here. Everybody's being nice, and hopefully, you know, they just take the chance to appreciate that they're in good health and have an opportunity to be able to watch something like this and enjoy it. And we're very thankful for you and just being in the position that we're in and being able to do something like this. So
I
it's
dig
pretty
it. Dig it.
pretty
And
special.
having interaction of any kind, besides the FedEx guy ringing the doorbell, or you know, which even then they're like, ah! Like, I had some friends stop by very responsibly. Just so everybody knows, I'm Lysoling everything, and I'm the only one here. So even the doorknob to the outside, things like that. And I had some friends bring by a set of cornhole boards.
Okay.
Because God willing, festival season still has a chance of happening. Some of them.
Mm-hmm.
And there's always cornhole boards at festivals, and people are always like, oh, you should come and be on my cornhole team. And I can't because I suck. I'm terrible. So, in fact, it's like it's really well known across my band and crew. Like if I go to throw like a water bottle into a trash can, it will miss. And every time I miss, I go, I really admire consistency, especially in myself. And so I am.
How you're in like a 2-month cornhole training camp now.
That's right. First of all, I'm trying to identify why I suck so bad at it, and then I'm starting to learn how to throw the bags.
That's great. Well, you're probably going to come out of this an Olympian.
Is it in the Olympics? I think it
might be an Olympic sport, cornhole.
Is there Olympic cornhole? That's
there might be. There's at least an organization and like a legit tournament, and there's I believe there's a world. If there's a world champion,
PCA, Professional Cornhole Association. Are you out there? I don't know.
How are you at the other bar Olympics, like billiards and darts and?
Billiards terrible, darts terrible, basketball terrible, volleyball terrible.
Drinking?
Terrible sports. What was that?
Drinking?
Drinking. I never miss.
Sometimes I do. It spills on the side.
Yeah, you know what? I'm terrible at sports because my mom didn't want me to play sports when I was growing up because I played instruments. And she was like, you'll break your fingers if you start playing sports, and then you'll be sad because you can't play guitar. So I was like, I'll show her. In college, I played rugby.
Hey.
Right? I'm like, I can't do any of these sports. And I was like, what about one where we crunch into each other with no pads? Nobody's going to get hurt. And I played one game. Broke my fingers.
Oh, no.
Did you? Oh, man.
That's it. Moms are right.
Yeah, that's inhibitive for the music business too.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Well, you played sports growing up. You were a swimmer and all this kind of stuff.
I did.
I played lacrosse, which is like rugby meets, soccer meets hockey, which is a very interesting.
But
yeah,
with little nets on the
yeah. A lot bigger on the East Coast than it is on the West Coast, that's for sure.
The dog is now playing with the thingy that keeps the door from hitting the wall. I call those spuddas. Right now, I don't know if you can hear it, but he's definitely playing with it right now.
I can't even hear it, but
it's so loud. Let me get him to stop. Optimus Prime, do not play with the photograph. Come on.
Well, good time for a refill.
He's so excited right now.
But yeah, so, definitely, once again, appreciate you hopping on. I think it's about time to probably start wrapping this up and thinking about supper. If you're open to it, I don't know if we planned it or not, but we've been doing an Instagram encore. We do maybe couple more songs.
Okay.
But we've had I think this entire time I've been trying to sort through 1,000 comments that were all Bible in a 44.
Oh, sure.
It's like,
oh yeah,
probably 80% of the comments. If you would, we'd love to close this Facebook side of things out with that one.
Okay.
Good deal.
Had a southern drawl like a red bone hound. Every song he sang was my favorite sound. He'd be the last one off, the ship went down. The kind of man it feels good to be around. The kind of man it feels good to be around. He had hair as white as a cotton field. And he'd spin you a story like a wagon wheel. He never went nowhere without a rod and reel. Lord, I miss that man, I always will. I miss that man, and I always will. He'd see through a light like a no-screen door. Taught me how to hunt, how to love the Lord. Carried a Bible and a 44. just don't make them like that no more. You said take what you got, do the best you can. The best thing you'll ever own is a piece of land. And y'all, he knew his like the back of his hand. He was something else, my old man. He was something else, my old man. He'd see through the light like an old screen door. Taught me how to hunt, how to love the Lord. Carried a Bible and a 44. You just don't make it like that no more. I saw him strum this thing every chance he could. He left it to me like he said he would. And if you ask me why it sounds so good, it's 'cause I'm holding more than strings and wood. I'm holding more than strings and wood. You'd see through a light like an old screen door. Taught me how to hunt, how to love the Lord. Carried a Bible and a 44. Just don't make them like that no more. No, they just don't make them like that no more.
Ooh, beautiful.
Thanks, guys.
Absolutely gorgeous. Somebody asked where they can get the new album that's out tomorrow.
There's one in my kitchen.
Okay. We just, I don't know if we want to
the
give your
vinyls and
address
the
out.
We probably don't want to disclose that.
Anywhere you get music, of course, iTunes, Spotify, Google stuff, Google Music stuff, YouTube. You can get it. You can get it all everywhere you get music, and the vinyls and discs are out there too. I don't know how much shipping might be delayed because of the pandemic and everything, but hopefully there won't be any snags.
Okay. Well,
Awesome.
if you're up for it, let's do an encore over on Instagram real quick.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not like tech super savvy, so do I just like chill here and it's gonna change, or do I have to click something?
Yeah,
We're gonna end this broadcast and then
Got
we're
it.
gonna jump over to Instagram. People
Perfect.
can see it on either at Country Rebel or at Ashley McBryde and jump over there and we'll tune in for an encore real quick and take maybe take another request. So
Okay, let's do it.
awesome.
Get the album, everyone. It's called Never Will. Thank you again, Ashley, and we'll see
Thank
you on
you.
Instagram.
See you in just a minute.
Bye, y'all. Stay safe.